Àtọmọdé Èkìtì àtàgbà Èkìtì igbe báwo náà mi bọ̀rùn ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe ọ̀rá báwo mi á dára fún ọ ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe ọmọ Èkìtì àtàgbà lágbà Èkìtì ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe ojú bá ti mọ igbe báwo náà mi bọ̀rùn ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe òru ọ̀ní bá ti ṣe lọ ní Nàìjíríà ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe bí ọdún Àbáyọ̀mí ọmọ Oyebanji ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe òru kẹ̀ nínú rẹ̀ ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe alẹ́ Èkìtì Èdùmàrè àrùn lọ ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe oríire kan bá mú sọmọ ẹ̀ṣọ́ rẹ̀ gígùn lé sí ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe èrè àdó ẹ̀yìn lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe èrè òkèrè ẹ̀yìn lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe ètè Èkìtì pátá ẹ̀yìn lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe wẹ́ àkúlọ́mọdé wà dàgbàlagbà ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe òru ọ̀ní bá ti ṣe lọ ní jẹ́ ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe ọ̀rá báwo á dára fún ọ ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe èrò sẹ́yìn lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe èrò èmùrè ẹ̀yìn lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe èrò òmù èrò ìfàkì lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe wẹ́ àkúlọ́mọdé wà dàgbàlagbà ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe ọ̀ní lọ́ni mọ̀mọ́ sọ́nù níyàwó ní ọ̀rá jájọ́ àjọ ṣíṣe múrú yàtọ̀ sùúrù o ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe ẹ̀nà múrú ṣẹbẹ̀ ẹ̀nà múrú ijó o ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe ọmọ ọmọléwẹ̀ ẹ̀wẹ̀ sọmọlábí ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe ìyàyà sóde báwo láwélé ìyàyà sóde báwo láwélé o ìyàyà sóde báwo láwélé o ìyàyà sóde báwo láwélé o ọmọdé wélé àgbà wélé ìyàyà sóde báwo láwélé ọkùnrin wélé ọkùnrin wélé ìyàyà sóde báwo láwélé.
On the 16th of October 2022, Governor Oyebanji came into power, and during his inaugural speech, he promised to make life bearable for the citizens in tandem with his shared prosperity vision as encapsulated in his 6-point agenda.
For beneficiaries of a social welfare program is a significant one. Although this problem is global and national, we are aware of its overarching domestic impacts in Ekiti State, which requires proactive and compassionate measures to mitigate and provide safety nets for our people. Correspondingly, insecurity remains a major concern of our people. Rural banditry remains an existential approach on our collective survival, especially for us here in Ekiti. There is no doubt that the confidence of our people is still low in the security situation, but we need to acknowledge that a lot of work has been done, and there is now a drastic reduction in the state of kidnapping and rural banditry that reached a frightening height as a point. We have the immediate administration to thank for the improvement initiatives. As I conclude my remarks, I sincerely thank every son and daughter of Ekiti, at home and abroad. Our highly revered royal fathers, market women, men of faith, all the 239 independent campaign group, the Bow Alcohol Group, Bow Volunteers, as well as the many women and youth groups for entrusting me with your mandate. I know the enormity of the expectation you have of us to immediately start to build on the legacies of those who have come before us and honorably govern our state in trust for the generation coming after her. We will not disappoint you.
With laudable achievements recorded during his first year in office, redoubling the efforts was the target in the second year. Under the health sector, Governor Oyebanji inaugurated a new mammogram machine at the Ekiti State University Teaching Hospital, Exus Ado Ekiti, built a 40-seater bed health facility within the premises of Aramoko General Hospital in memory of his late mother, approved the upgrading of a College General Hospital to a Federal Medical Center, approved renovation of infrastructures at general hospitals, and as well increased the salary structures of health workers in the state. Recently, Governor Oyebanji directed free medical surgeries for concerned people in the state, under which about 1,000 patients with different degrees of ailments were captured at Exut, Obadejugbe Hospital in Ado, Ikere Specialist Hospital, General Adeyinka Adebayo Hospital, Inyi, and Federal Medical Center at Ido-Ekiti.
In the sense that I did CS, and you know what it takes to do CS and bills and everything. So and the government take care of every bill. So I really appreciate him.
I really thank Governor Oyebanji for everything he has done, because I can't really say much. But I didn't expect this, though. I didn't expect it.
There's no even problem at all. They welcome me. Whenever I'm having issue, they attend to me in time. There is no issue at all. There is no even complication at all. I did not pay anyone naira.
Don't pé ìlera ọ̀fẹ́ wà, àdé ní àwọn èèyàn ní health center. Bàtí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dé ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n dé pè wá pé ká wá. Àdé wá so wọ́n dé transfer sí ibà so wọ́n dé ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn fún wa láì gba wọn náà lọ́wọ́ wa. So àdé ti wà lálàáfíà. So mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn fún ìjọba tó wà níta. So ó dòwe jí ni pé àìmọye ìjọba tó ti lọ náà rẹ̀ dé báyà gan tó sọ tẹ́yìn. Àwọn kan lè máa pariwo pé ìjọba yóò pé wọn. Ìjọba yóò pé wọn. Ìjọba lè pé mi tí mi. Ó lè pé mi pẹ̀lú àwọn family.
Road infrastructure was another area that received Mr. Governor's attention during his second year in office, with about 16 roads projects inaugurated. Examples were Ikere Igbaraodo Road, Ikere Ilawe Road, Igbaraodo Ikogusi Road, Ara Isimbode Ikole Road, Ado Iworoko Ifake Road, with many township roads rehabilitated. 13 rural roads rehabilitation of 65.10 kilometers, which spread across council areas, were also awarded under the Rural Access and Agriculture Marketing Program (RAMP). The initiative is to improve agriculture infrastructure, enhance rural connectivity, and boost food production. Mr. Sunday Adumo is the state project coordinator of RAMP and speaks on the update of the project.
Still appreciate our governor for supporting us financially, because without money it would have been so difficult for us. The project itself is moving fine. If you go to Oyebanji'S, go to Gimakogo, I think by now we have some at least not close to a kilometer of concrete done. So also in Oyebanji'S, we started our earthwork somewhere there, if not for the rain, but before December we see the wonders by His grace there. Go to Are. We are done with Are concrete to close to where we need to the rock side. We started another, the second gang is at Oye now from the Federal University coming to Are. So before you know it, before December, we will be done with the concrete work in Are there. Go to Okeako, that is FMS Okeako. They've started the earthwork there. Not just bush clearing subsoil is done. So we are doing earthwork there. The only box cover that we have there has been fixed. We've done the foundation. I think the wall is done. We are working on the wall. We have only pipe cover, the 900 diameter, which has been fixed. So coming to Ilupeju Igwegan, we have a kilometer of a concrete line that is done already. And the earthwork there is ongoing. We have some pipe cover there too that we are fixing. Let us move to Isemila in Ikere. Isemila, we have almost about 700 meters of drains done, and the earthwork, they've started the earthwork again, and more line drains, more concrete works are coming up. We have a box cover there that we are going to fix. And thank God, let me say this, in our ranking last week, we were in Abuja to review the project, and for the upscale, the one that is coming up, Ekiti came second. We are not connect with Bauchi, but you know they started ahead of us. So, but to God be the glory, out of 19 states. Meaning, and I told Bauchi at that particular meeting, be careful, we are coming and we will overtake them, because we are fountain of everything, fountain of good things.
Pensioners were not left out as the governor put smiles on their faces by offsetting the age-down gratuities in phases, prompt payment of workers' salaries, wage award, free shuttle buses for workers and students, approval of cars and housing loans for workers, while breaking the genes to be the first governor to approve car and housing loans for primary school teachers in the state.
Solidarity.
The Ekiti State Head of Service, Dr. Folakemi Olomojobi, said Governor Oyebanji remains committed to prioritizing workers' welfare.
Well, I think Ekiti State Public Service has a lot to thank God for the leadership of Governor Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji. As of today, in the State Public Service, we can boldly say that Governor Abayomi has defrayed all salary arrears and he pays salaries promptly. I start with that because wages are very important to public servants. I can also attest to the prompt conduct of all the outstanding promotion exercises that we have God to thank for. But very importantly is his welfare-based theory. He believes that people should have the basics of life. So I think his infusion into the car loans, the housing loans, increasing the quantum by almost 200% is also a testament that he's a governor looking out for the people working with him. We've had quite a lot of challenges about conducive environment, infrastructure in the public service. Gradually, we still have a lot outstanding, but we thank God for the new Secretariat complex that will be housing the Local Government Service Commission from next week. I think it's going to commission this week. I also want to say that I know the agitations around the minimum wage across the public service. At the risk of patronizing, which I'm not, Mr. Governor himself initiated the constitution of the Minimum Wage Negotiation Committee. And in his personal correspondences with us, I see his readiness to implement as soon as possible. And I say today boldly that if he has not made any public pronouncement about it, it's because he wants it as inclusive as possible, unlike what is being done in some other states, that some sector of the public service may not benefit as much as some other sectors. He's one that believes in fairness, in equity, I didn't say equality, and justice. And that's the only thing holding us back. We've been done with the negotiations for some time, but we need a bit of affirmation from some other tiers of government to be sure that everybody will be captured.
Bring back youths into agribusiness is another area of touch, with over 1,000 youths engaged in cassava, maize, yam, soya beans, and cashew plantations. Hundreds trained in horticulture and poultry farming, amongst others. Restoration of electricity supply back to Aramoko and Ijero, and provision of transformers to many communities is another initiative of the governor. As part of moves to extend the dividends of democracy to students, artisans, market traders, persons with disabilities and others in the informal sector, Governor Oyebanji instituted an initiative called Ojuse Bao to support them in the payment of tuition fee, business startups and upgrades, medical base and procurement of necessary working tools.
Fún ẹ̀mọ́ ṣe ń wo nǹkan náà rí wọ́n dẹ̀ tún fún wọn ní owó ọkọ̀ láti kó àwọn nǹkan tán tí gómìnà fún wọn. Lórúkọ gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì, Gọ́vnà Bíọ́dún Àbáyọ̀mí Oyèbánjí, mo present yín ní àwọn irinṣẹ́ fún barbing salon àti owó tí ẹ máa fi gbé àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí tẹ́ máa fi wọ mọ́tò délé. Thank you.
It tries to reduce the level of poverty in the land, aside all other palliatives being given from every other sector in the state. So this is his own initiative and it's been going on for a year program. We have those that benefited. We have students that also benefited from the program. We have students, we have startups, those that intend to start their businesses that benefited as well. We have those that requested for tools to trade with. They also benefited from the program.
Inú mi dùn, ayọ̀ mi kún. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọba o. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, Ọlọ́run á bá mi gbé wọn ga. Wọn ò dẹ̀ ní fi ọmọ ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba lágbára Ọlọ́run. Nǹkan tó ń mí àti tí ò mí nínú nǹkan wọn lágbára Ọlọ́run kò ní bàjẹ́ lójú wọn.
Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Governor Bao fún nǹkan tó ń ṣe fún mi torí mo ti fẹ́ràn àwọn kinní fún ọjọ́ pípẹ́ tí mi ò rí owó rà ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí mo gbọ́ pé wọ́n empower àwọn èèyàn òun náà lèmi náà ṣe ni pé kémi wá ojú rere gómìnà nígbà tí mo dẹ̀ rí náà pé mo wá síbí báyìí wọn kò fún mi mo gbàdúrà fún ìjọba gómìnà pé a máa tẹ̀síwájú lórúkọ Jésù mo fẹ́ máa fi ṣerun fún àwọn ènìyàn.
Governor Oyebanji'S visit to Abuja to attract more federal presence was another achievement, as some federal roads including Ado-Ijon, Ikare Road, Ado-Ifake-Omu, Kaba Road have been approved for reconstruction, while the Ekiti Cargo Airport awaits the NCAA approval for smooth operational takeoff before the end of the year. The ongoing construction of second flyover bridge to ease traffic gridlock in Ado, the state capital, is another monumental project to be delivered next year.
It's a 24-month project, so it's ought to finish by November 2025. So that is the end date of the project. In engineering, especially, this is a public work. It's not a private project, and that's why it's not every construction company that can embark on such project. This is not the kind of project where you cut corners. If any little thing happens, even people that don't know much about engineering, they will call your attention to it. So, and you will see that majority of the thing we are doing it openly. There's nothing to hide behind. That's one. Number two, we also have consultants. We have clients that ensures that they test every material we are using per time. You know, all those materials, they have a testing process where you can confirm their quality, you can confirm their capacity, you know. So they make sure all those tests were being carried out on those materials, on even the concrete. They are being tested to be sure that they achieve the right strength. So, and they ensure that we are using the right grade for the right element of the bridge.
The Secretary to Ekiti State Government, Dr. Abibat Adubiaro, Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Mr. Olayinka Oyebode, and Special Advisor to the Governor on Gender Empowerment, Mrs. Kemi Olaleye, said Governor Oyebanji'S achievements were testament of his shared prosperity agenda.
He has also helped some people in small and medium-scale enterprises. It is a household name that this administration made available financial grants, repayable and non-repayable, to help them into these enterprises, and they are all enjoying it. And also, I'm also happy to let you know that the land the Equidary farm, the land the Equidary farm is using, it has now been expanded for the big company that is using it, which is Promacedo. And through that, about millions of hundreds of naira is now being paid back as a tax to the government coffers. Even the staffers of the company, they're also paying the income tax to the coffers of the government. And also, we also have the Kavista Holding, which is also a big company in Okeako area. This company too has also employed more than 2,000 Ekiti people into agribusiness and crop production. And this is really helping Ekiti in farm production. And also we see that the infrastructural development of this government has been the domain of this administration since inception. It started with the road development, road rehabilitation. It started from Ado. We see that starting from the Agric-Olope Road, Odo-Ado Road, Irono to Okebola Road, Omishanjana to Ajebandele Road, Jimo Aliu Road, and the HMB Road, and the Faglo Road. We know that governor has done all those ones and completed them. And we see that even the overhead bridge in Ado local government, in Ado town, he has also started that. And there are some roads that are still ongoing. We have some roads that are from Ikere to Ilawe, from Ikere to Ibaraudo, from Ikere to Ise, Emure area. And also we have Ikole, Isimbode Road. And we also have Omu Road, Omu Ijelu Road, which has been completed also. We see that these are what our government has completed within 2 years, and some are still ongoing. We see that within these 2 years, he has done what some people cannot achieve in more than 4 years. So we really appreciate what this government is doing. And we see that the Governor Biodu Abayomi Oyebanji is running an all-inclusive government. That about 2 weeks ago, the Voice of Women in Nigeria, they gave him an award of the best governor in Nigeria that had the highest number of women in both the appointive, elective, and administrative positions. Of all the 36 states and NFSC, Governor Biodu Abayomi Oyebanji is the governor that has highest number of women in those positions. So if you continue talking about what he has done in education, in ICT, in so many areas, we will not leave it here today. That is what he has done so far. And what we need to be doing to him is to continue praying for him. That God in his sickness mercy will continue strengthening him, so he will continue going higher and higher.
Well, so far so good. We give glory to God for how far he has stepped us in the last 2 years, and happily put, they've put the theme for the celebration as impactful growth. And if you look at it from every ramification, it's been 2 years of impactful growth. It's been 2 years of progress. It's been 2 years of spreading joy in the faces of every citizen. As the elderly citizens have been celebrated, the youth have been celebrated, the civil servants have been celebrated, the artisans have also been celebrated, the labor unions have been celebrated. So it's the bundle of celebration. It's a season of celebration. The last 2 years can aptly be described as a season of celebration in Ekiti State. And what I mean is that almost on a daily basis, you see it is celebrating, jubilating over something. If your road is not being commissioned, it is being flagged off. If your school is not being renovated, it's being flagged up. If your hospital is not being renovated, it's being upgraded. So many things, and it's a mixture, a mixed grill. Every community, every social stratification have something. The youth have something to celebrate. The elderly, even the unborn children have something to celebrate, because now in Ekiti State, even at the various primary health care centers, babies are being delivered free of charge, and malaria is being treated free of charge. And even for the elderly citizens, there is an insurance scheme for them. So the Power Administration, the Biodu Abayomi Administration has something for everybody. And the last 2 years, everybody has been accessing one blessing, one goodie, one dividend of democracy or the other. And so that's why I can aptly describe the season of celebration. I was reading something yesterday. I realized that the first quarter of 2024, we were rated number 4th in terms of fiscal transparency among states in the Federation by Budget. Budget is one respected policy tracking organization. And for the second quarter, we were rated number 1. So you can see growth that is measurable. If you drive around Ekiti State, you see some roads 10 months ago that are just flagged off. Today, you can feel the impact. Some of them have been commissioned, some of them are at 70, 80, 90% percentage completion level. If you see some building, I went through some photographs, go to Local Government Service Commission building, the first time they're ever going to have a building of their own. Some years ago, it was lying there as a foundation. As that today, it's due for commission in the next couple of days. So we can see the impact. In the area of education, we can see a number of schools that have been renovated. And a new innovation is the idea of even giving priority attention to students with disability, to people with disability. So their schools is now being upgraded to modern standards. And for the first time, we have a block of classrooms that is specially equipped for children with disabilities. And this is just starting. And to think that we're just at the midterm shows that there's a lot to come in the second part of the term. Definitely there's going to be, like the governor has said, there's going to be a lot of investment in agriculture and in welfare, and that is loaded. When you invest in agriculture, you're talking about food security, food surplus, and you're also talking about entrepreneurship and ensuring that youths are empowered, farmers are empowered, and then ensuring that the agri-giants who are into agri-business come around to drive industrialization. Because that's our own area of comparative advantage. We have good arable farm, we have workforce, we understand the terrain very well. So we're using agriculture to drive development. So when the government says it's investing in agriculture, it's not just for food. It's for food surplus, it's for food security, it's for empowerment, and it's also for industrialization.
These are some of many initiatives of the governor as he promises a better years ahead.
Nínú mi dùn jù nǹkan tá a fẹ́ lẹ́kìtì lélẹ́yìí òun kà á wá lẹ́kìtì lẹ́yìí Mr. Gómìnà wá síbí láti wá wo ọ̀nà wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ fún kó wá wo àwọn èèyàn bí tó ti ń tayò ó dẹ̀ lọ́bẹ̀ òun kà á wá lẹ́yìí o inú mi dùn gan.
inú mi dùn pé mo rí gómìnà níbi olè ní for the first time.
báwo náà mi ń bọ̀rùn ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe ọ̀rá báwo àjọ ṣíṣe.